Yo, what's up? Am I'm waiting a little bit. I got a few hours to kill before I'm gonna go hang out with some people. Some people I haven't seen in like months. Has it been a year? Maybe it's been a year. I'm waiting for this plane to pass by. I'm in the back of this like strip mall plaza, and I just found this like ledge to hang on. It's pretty high up actually. Yeah, I don't know. I feel awkward just trying to like sit here and talk.
Did you throw something?
There was a kid over there and he just like waved at me. He just like appeared out of the back doors, had a ball in his hand, and he just threw it as hard as he could, like into oncoming traffic. Like there's some cars passing by right now. Like he just threw it like 50 feet in front of him into the road, um, which is cool. I've been thinking a lot recently about the game plan that I'm trying to set up, the multiple game plans I'm trying to set up. So I'm trying to work on like mental stuff, trying to get rid of depression. I feel like there's kind of a misconception, or there's just like a general idea that, mental health is just like, it's all in your head, bro. You just gotta like not think about that stuff and you just gotta push on through and you're good. And I really like fell into that trap too. I was just like, I just gotta push it aside. Don't worry about it, don't think about it, just like keep working. Things will just like work itself out. I tried that for a few years and uh, it didn't work out like that for me, even though I wanted it to. I feel like, I don't know, mental health stuff kind of gets a bad rap. It's like flowery and, oh, be positive and all that stuff. I feel like a lot of the times it kind of just gets boiled down into something that isn't really true. And it's just like stuff that sounds frilly and it's just like, you just gotta like suck it up, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's for another day, but you know, let's go with the assumption that mental health stuff is impacting your life significantly. Stress plays a huge part in your day to day, right? Not just like the mental aspect of it, but it affects you physiologically too. There's so many studies on like how stress affects your physical health, affects your blood pressure, affects your sleep, it affects your lifespan. There's like manga artists, Japanese manga. Manga artists are kind of notorious for working themselves too hard and like dying early because they're so stressed out. Stress isn't just a mental thing, it's a physiological thing. And I think that's the point that I want to make with mental health stuff. Your brain isn't in a box that's isolated away from everything else in your body. Your brain is like deeply connected to the rest of your body. They both affect one another. So I feel like for me, if there's a lot of interplay between the brain and the body, I think that kind of means that you need to tackle things in a comprehensive way. You don't target things in isolation. I think what you have to do is you have to be thorough. You kind of have to like take a step back, or like a few steps back, and kind of take into account your whole life, like how your day-to-day is, how you're doing physically and mentally and emotionally and all those things. And even if like taking care of mental and emotional things sounds like flowery and stuff, I don't think it is. I think everything just kind of clicks for me. I think that makes sense. Everything can play a role in one way or another. So it's important to address like all the aspects in your life that are causing problems for you, and figuring what those problems are, and seeing if you can like even recognize that you have a problem. You might have like an inkling that there's a problem in your life, but if you go to inspect your life and you like really take a deep look, maybe you recognize that there's a problem in your life, but you take a quick glance and you're like, I don't know, I'm doing everything right, I think, whatever, I don't care. I'm just doing things right, probably. It's probably the wrong answer. Obviously, there's a lot of things that you can't control in your life. There's a lot of things that are outside of your control, but there's also a lot of things that are within your control that you can make considerable progress in. You can like actually, make good changes in your life. There's a lot of cars. People are staring. Yeah, I think the gist of it is like, for me, I need to make a lot of changes in my life, like a lot. I'm already making a lot of changes, but there's still a lot more I can make. And yeah, it's kind of frustrating, honestly. I think there's a point where your frustration initially gets to a point where it's like so high that that's all you're focusing on, and like the frustration is just like you're just seeing red because of that. You're just like, I can't make any changes, like it's impossible, and it just feels really hard. It feels really hard, but it's not that it's actually impossible. It's just that you're kind of at a point where the tensions are running high for you, and because of that you can't think properly, and it makes it feel like everything's kind of hopeless. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good to take a step back and try to figure out how to lower the tension a little bit, you know, just so it's manageable, so you can think. I feel like that's what I've been trying to work on, because it just feels like an endless laundry list of things that I need to be doing. As I take time to just, I don't know, figure out how to release my frustrations a bit, you know, maybe not to zero, but just to a tolerable level where I can think. I feel like that helps reorient me pretty well. So yeah, I don't know, that's what I'm trying to do right now. You know, I have like a plan right now that I'm just like constantly working on and rewriting, trying things out, seeing what's working, seeing what's not. I feel like things are working out decently so far. You know, I keep making mistakes and I keep, you know, messing up, and I keep coming across like roadblocks, but that's not the only thing that's happening. You know, I'm also making some progress when I like think about it and like really sit with it. To be honest, I'd been a little fearful about putting a new video out and just being like, oh man, like I don't know if this is what I want it to be, and so on and so forth, but I think I'm just gonna try to put out videos and be okay with it, whatever result comes out. I'm gonna believe in myself, I guess, that I'll learn from my mistakes and I'll try to make improvements and stuff like that. Even if things aren't okay, you know, I think I have the capacity to figure things out. Probably, hopefully. We'll see. I feel like figuring out depression, I've been working on this whole depression thing for my whole like adult life, and I can't really expect it to just like go away at the snap of my fingers, even though that'd be nice. It takes time, and it takes a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of trial and error. So I'm gonna try to like record it and talk about the things that have worked for me. Yeah. Let me know if there's anything that you want to know. I just gotta keep filming, because I have a lot of things I want to talk about, but I just keep feeling bad about it. So I just need to work on that and push more videos out. But yeah, I'm gonna go try to get something to eat. I'm gonna go see some people, try to connect with people, find a sense of belonging. I don't know if I have that yet, honestly. This is my outlet to talk about things that are on my mind. Hopefully you can find this helpful. Alright, I'm gonna go head out. Try to get some food. Show you a little sneak peek. I don't know if I should have food in my videos. I kinda wanna have food in my videos, but we'll see. Suddenly the back of this strip mall plaza is getting super busy for some reason. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace. Look at that shit. Chocolate and vanilla. So there's icing on top. There's also like icing on the inside too. It's kind of like a sponge cake. It reminds me of like a sponge cake. Yeah, it's like a straightforward taste, but you know, yummy vanilla icing. Chocolate. It's like slightly rich. I like that.